Y'all remember the old song, "You've abandoned me, love don't live here anymore." Had that song in my head. Sometimes we sing it out and get it out of our thinking. You ever get that? Well, like a song get like trapped in your brain and it just cycles over and over and all day long. You're like, I can't get that song out of my head. Anyhow, what a weird way to start off the Morning Post. But good Saturday morning, everybody. Eddie William Sellers coming to you from the dining room window of Constance's house here in East Point, Georgia. Top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing okay. So let's do the Morning Post. I did a day of bed rest yesterday. Every once in a while we just need to do that. Just take a break. My body felt run down from the stomach bug that I had all day the day before, and kind of just, y'all, I would hate to be bedridden, wouldn't you? I mean, I know a lot of people out there is bedridden, can't leave the house, can't even get up out of the, God, I know this is probably awful to say this, but I hope I die and never become bedridden. It would drive me nuts. After one day laying in the bed, here it is right now. What is it, 6:41? I'm ready to get up and go. Let's go. Come on. I don't know where we're going. We're going somewhere. What torture that would be to be bound to the bed. I am probably more active at this age, 70, than ever. I'm up early, and after a couple of hours, usually, I get up at 5. By about 7, I'm really ready to get my day, but I always have my 2 hours of morning of coffee and writing and pondering and thinking and praying and meditating and nothingness. 2 hours of nothingness. I don't call that nothing, but maybe more of a sacred time. Go on, Eddie. Go on. Don't try to explain to people. If they don't get it, they don't get it. I started watching the Steve Carell show yesterday on HBO, Rooster. I always like Steve Carell. To me, he's just good in everything he's in. And so being that I was bedridden yesterday, I figured why not just watch a few episodes of that. In the show, he's 57 years old and is playing as an old man out of place in college. And then I'm laying there thinking, my God, if they think 57's old, what do they think about 70? 70 is old, y'all. Yeah, we like to say, yeah, we young, we vibrant, we healthy. We are. We old also. 50, they think 57's old. Oh, the young 20-year-old college students like, oh, look at Pawpaw, Grandpa, look at him, 57. Shit. 57, you're just in the prime of life. And how out of place he is in college at 57. But he wants to be closer to his daughter. I do like that niche in the show. It's a good show. What is going on in the world, y'all? Every day there is so much chaos. You just turn on the news, you never know what to expect. Judges making all these rulings, media world turned upside down. CBS and ABC and now even CNN being bought up by these Trump oligarchs. And, what in the world is going on in the world today? And politics is just awash in lies and deceit. And there are no mainstay voices around any longer that would point a lot of us to our North Star, to the North Star. The John Lewises, John McCain's, Jimmy Carter's, and Nelson Mandela's. Although there are thousands of little voices, like Eddie William Sellers on here this morning, that are powerful in our own right, in their own right. When you have a day of feeling sickly or run down, it reminds us of how precious life is, really, doesn't it? All of these, when you have a day of feeling sickly or run down, it reminds us of how precious life is when when you feel well and have movement and are up and about. Looking back, most of these 70 years, let me put these back on. Most of my 70 years, I have been a healthy, robust person. Sure, there have been a couple of bumps in the road. This goes with life. A couple of close encounters with death. But overall, mostly a fairly robust, healthy life. If you think about it, if I think about it, that's kind of amazing to me. Kind of amazing. I'm still a kicking after all these years. What happened to America, everybody? Did all of her chickens finally come home to roost? Are these all of the seeds that we have sown over these decades? Are Trump and MAGA our reaping of the things we have sown as a nation? Are there more chickens to come? Will the Democrats ever be able to sing, "Happy days are here again"? Or are we like the people who sat by the rivers of Babylon and wept when we remembered the promise of America before Trump and the white Christian nationalist movement that has taken over? Have we hung our harps upon the willows? For how shall we sing the old songs about America in this land? And speaking of singing, all of the singers seemed to pull out of that circus on the White House lawn. Symbolically, if you look at all those pictures, that describes the chaos and the mess that the country is in right now. All of that is just a reminder of how much of a cluster mess this country is. A boxing match on the south lawn of the White House, and Kid Rock, the only singer still left standing, and Trump on a $250 bill. What happened to America, everybody? And yet, MAGA is as strong as ever. At its core, all of this that we're going through as a nation now, starting in the last 15 or 20 years, is the demographics were pointing more and more to white people becoming the minority in this country. And they're still on the verge of becoming the minority. So the system that had worked for them since our founding had to be destroyed. Thus, they welcomed Donald Trump, their savior, to do away and say voting's rigged and voting's illegal and do away with the whole system. It's really not that complicated, y'all. It's as plain as the nose on our face. And we're going to have civil strife in the country for the years ahead. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Sweet people. And the Democrats are not clean in all of this either. At some point, like the old Jackie DeShannon song written by Burt Bacharach, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. When will the love of our fellow Americans return to us as Americans? Or some will say, nah, love was never here. But I differ. I think we all did love each other and our country, and have, always. But it sure seems like sometimes love don't live here anymore. Got that song in my head. History will record these times as some of the darkest days in the history of America. When Trump's name starts being scrubbed off the Kennedy Center and other buildings, and they will at some point, y'all, his name will come down. Americans will gladly scrub his face off of every goddamn thing across this land, because he's wicked, he's evil, and this is an evil movement. Love y'all.